A Battle Bill here with another video, and today we're getting some more Season 6 Holiday Cup Go Battle League battles. In today's video, we're going to be shoutcasting a submission from a fellow PvPer of the community by the name of Flashio. He has submitted us a set that's featuring the Pokemon Cradily, and it looks like it's in the safe swap position. I'm extremely excited to go over these battles with you guys, because, you know, even though it's only been a couple days of Holiday Cup battles, the meta has kind of developed, and it's always fun to try and get these Spice videos out, just so we could try and throw a little wrench in that meta, especially when it's a Pokemon like Cradily that does not really see a lot of play in Open Great League. Now, Cradily has a quick move or a fast move of Bullet Seed, so it'll be generating energy pretty fast, getting to charge moves of both Grass Knot and Stone Edge, and with access to those types of moves, it definitely gives it some variety against the meta, especially going up against something like a Froslass with Stone Edge. Now, the question is, will we see any Froslasses getting Stone Edge here, or even potentially Alolan Marowaks getting Stone Edge? I don't know, but I'm excited to jump these battles and watch them with you guys. Now, a couple things really quick. If you want to submit me some sets for Holiday Cup battles, get them to me as quick as you can. Go to the link in the description of the video. There's a Google form for you guys to submit. I would love to get your Spice content, or even teams that you feel like you're doing well with that you want to showcase on the channel. I would love to watch. Another thing, guys, I hate to do this because it always feels like I don't know, it just doesn't always sit right with me, but the last video did really well, and I asked you guys if you could like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz if you really are excited for this kind of Spice content, and it seriously goes a long way in helping build this this YouTube channel I got going on here. Especially because I've been trying to give you guys content on a day-to-day basis, and I just, you know, put in a lot of work for you guys, and if you guys could do that, it'd be really appreciated. If not, you know, I completely understand. If you don't like the content, got you. But if you do, it really goes a long way in helping support me, so if you don't mind. But let's get into these battles. I've done enough jibber-jabbing, and I am excited to see what Cradily can do in the Holiday Cup meta. So, we've got a Froslass on an Obstagoon lead here, not a positive lead. The counters will be resisted, but only single resisted because of the Ice typing on top of the Ghost typing. And at least Froslass can get to Avalanche, which does hit Obstagoon pretty hard for some neutral damage, but he decides to save swap in the Skarmory here and gets matched by an Alolan Marowak. So this match is not off to a great start. The question is he going to be able to pull it out, and will Cradily be the reason why he's able to clutch a match that's starting off so poorly? He lets a charge move go through, it ends up being a Shadow Bone. He's building up a bunch of energy, definitely wants to get off these charge moves before getting Fire Spun down by the Alolan Marowak. That was very close. Built up the 2 Sky attacks. Will one of these will probably get the shield, because 2 of them will definitely take out the Alolan Marowak, and does get the shield there, get into the second Sky attack here. This will not take out the Alolan Marowak, but it will get it really low. Yeah, it didn't threaten the last shield, but that's okay. At least, even though he didn't get switch advantage here, he at least got shield advantage, and is going to come into Cradily here. So the question is, all the moves coming from Alolan Marowak are going to be neutral on Cradily. The first move ends up being a Shadow Bone. Cradily's pretty tanky. How do you guys pronounce it? Cradily, Cradily? I can't think of any other ways of potentially pronouncing it, but it's committing to a Bullet Seed farm down, and if that would have worked without him having to use his shield, he would have had a ton of energy and a huge shield advantage, but still has a ton of energy and is at even shields, so this isn't the worst thing in the world. And the Froslass comes in going for the Grass Knot here. Will this get the shield? Because Stone Edge would one-shot the Froslass. It gets the shield. Actually, would Stone Edge one-shot it? Are we gonna find out right here? Gets to the Stone Edge. This is exciting. This is exactly what I was hoping for in the beginning of this video. I know you guys are probably sick of seeing Froslasses everywhere, even though this team is technically featuring a Froslass, and it almost one-shots it. Froslass barely hangs on, but it only hangs on to an extent where his Froslass, Flashio's Froslass, was able to Powder Snow it down. Does tank a Night Slash there, which is pretty crazy. It's going to build up the 2 Avalanches, could shield this Night Slash here, and the double Avalanche will win this match. So honestly, Cradily really came in clutch here for this first battle. Ooh, and the Obstagoon gets a boost, but it's a little too late. The counters are not going to be able to take out the Froslass. These neutral Avalanches are going to just hit way too hard against the Obstagoon and finish off the game. But Cradily really came in clutch, especially with a Bullet Seed down of an Alolan Marowak. An Alolan Marowak that's a fire type, taking grass damage, got Bullet Seeded down. That's pretty insane, especially because Bullet Seed isn't really a move that hits hard or hurts that badly. But exciting first match, so let's wait and see what we're going to get into in the second one. Oh, actually, okay. Based on that, it seems like these matches are a little bit out of order, but not a big deal. It's still a set of battles, and that's honestly, at the end of the day, all I care about. We saw he had 2 wins there, so who knows? Let's see how the rest of these battles go. But what Spice Pokemon have you been testing out? I know I've been seeing Froslasses everywhere. I've been seeing Skarmories everywhere. I've been seeing Alolan Marowaks everywhere. I've been seeing Obstagoons. I've been seeing Altarias. I've been seeing Vigoralts. Those have been all over the Holiday Cup meta. What unique picks have you been testing? I tried out Regice the other day, and that did not go well. But let me know in the comment section if you want to see that video. I did record it. I wanted to put it out, but I don't want to put out something you guys don't want to see, but it was definitely funny. it definitely had some moments that we could all sit and laugh at and maybe get a little content out of. But regardless, he wins lead here, gets his shield. They swap in a Magnezone. He meets the Magnezone with the Cradily. And the Magnezone's going for the Mirror Shots because they're going to deal super effective damage. That does hurt quite a bit considering that Mirror Shot's not a great move. And honestly, with Magnezone, this team is pretty weak to it. Cradily's probably the best option against it. Skarmory would get walled by Magnezone even though it's so glassy. And then the Mirror Shots would deal super effective damage to Froslass also. But he's going straight for the Stone Edge. And Magnezone in Great League is pretty glassy. Honestly, Magnezone in most leagues is pretty glassy. And he does get it through, puts the Magnezone in the yellow. Magnezone has built up quite a bit of energy. This is probably another Mirror Shot. It will not take out the Cradily here, but is he at 2 Mirror Shots? That's a real question. Will he be able to get off another Stone Edge? Over farms a little bit, goes for the Grass Knot. I always mix up Grass Knot and Power Whip. They're both such similar grass charge moves. This was definitely the play, even though resisted, gets a shield, and I feel like considering how low the Magnezone's health was, it definitely would have taken out the remaining health and makes a big play here. Gonna shield this Mirror Shot. Should get off the Grass Knot, and that will allow... Ooh, gets the attack debuff. Will the Grass Knot do enough damage here to keep switch advantage? Because that's going to be really key in winning this match. It does, because again, Magnezone, super glassy. Froslass comes in. He's clicking on his own Froslass. That might have been a mistake there. Oh, and loses a CMP tie. That was tough. Honestly, did not want to make that play there. Was probably either better off getting farmed down or going into Skarmory in this situation, just because of the fact that the Froslass already got in a couple Powder Snows and just outpaced him to the Shadow Ball there. So that was very unfortunate. Will he be able to rebound? So that's the question. So guys, also keep in mind, I don't remember, or I didn't see the ELO rating of this trainer when the battles were submitted, but mistakes are bound to happen. Even the best of the best players will make mistakes in these kinds of situations, and it's really important for all of us to be learning about them, and I want to just, educate whoever needs that help as much as possible. So just keep in mind, not every battle is going to be perfectly played, and there's always something for all of us to learn from in these battles. Now, gonna go for a Sky Attack here. Honestly, considering how down they were in this matchup, might have needed to risk the Brave Bird to potentially pull off the win. Tried to swap into Cradily, but Cradily literally has no health. Couldn't get to the Brave Bird anyway. He's going to end up losing the second match of this set of battles, and it's unfortunate. I think he had a win condition there. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Like I said, he could have swapped into Skarmory, or maybe just gotten farmed down. Was probably best off getting farmed down in that situation, having Skarmory come in, maybe tanking 2 Avalanches. That was tough. Definitely should have swapped in the Skarmory though, or if it was going to swap in the Froslass, need to do it quicker. So getting to this next match, losing lead hard, safe swapping into Cradily here, and the Alolan Marowak is staying in. Maybe, okay, they decided to swap into Wigglytuff here. So I'm going to say that's also the other benefit of running Spice. The opponent's not knowing the moveset. Maybe they wouldn't have known a Stone Edge was coming, and that definitely would have hit Alolan Marowak really hard if it didn't necessarily one-shot it. They swap into Wigglytuff, and these Grass Knots are oppressive, and the Bullet Seed gets to them really quickly. Will they be able to win switch here? Because Alolan Marowak is a bit of a problem for this team of 3. Cradily is probably the only safe option against it. Gets to a 3rd Grass Knot, and the only way that this team of 3 is going to have any play against the Alolan Marowak is if the shields are down, and the shields are down. So even though he's not going to get switch advantage here, he does have a 2 shield to no shield advantage, which is huge. Probably should come into the Skarmory just to farm down. Let's see what he decides to do here. He comes into the Froslass. Okay, not a bad play. Gonna want to shield whatever charge move is coming through with the Wigglytuff. Could commit to a Powder Snow down and have a bunch of energy to 1, Shadow Ball the Alolan Marowak, and 2, take out whatever the last Pokemon is potentially back there. But as getting a little bit of lag, that's always tough when you're dealing with charms. You don't want extra charms to come through. They swapped because they realized they were going to get farmed down, and they swapped an Alolan Marowak right into the Shadow Ball. It's going to one-shot it. And, oh, it doesn't. The Alolan Marowak just barely survives. Pulls off a really good swap here to catch probably a Bone Club. I don't remember how much energy it had from before. It is a Bone Club. It's going to be able to farm down. The question is, what's the opponent's last Pokemon? That Froslass has a little bit of energy. Probably had an Altaria. Probably just had something that was not going to do well against a Shield, a fully healthy Skarmory, and a fully, not fully healthy, but pretty healthy Froslass with some energy. And Cradily's the one that made that happen. Threatened the shields because it would have taken switch back from that Wigglytuff. Getting into this next match with a Froslass on a Galvantula lead. I don't know how this one simulates. Both extremely glassy Pokemon, both very spammy. Definitely want to just pay attention to as many Volt Switches going through as possible. Galvantula apparently wins a CMP tie here. Do you shield? probably going to be a lunge. Oh, they go for the discharge. Okay, because I was going to say, I feel like considering how glassy Froslass is, people would probably want to bait and get the shield and the debuff, but I guess the opponent's just not being greedy there. They both get shields from one another, and let's see how this is going to play out, because the next, now they're at a second. They're already at another... Ooh, it's like they over-farmed there. They're already, like, the second Volt Switch gets them to the next discharge or lunge. They swap, they catch a discharge, which is resisted by Cradily, which was a great play, but the Obstagoon does come in here, which is unfortunate because Cradily is going to take super effective damage from the Obstagoon's counters due to Cradily's rock typing. But we'll be able to spam these Grass Knots, and it does about half of Obstagoon's health. Cradily's hitting really hard. Do you let this go through? If it's a Night Slash, Cradily survives. If it's a Cross Chop, it might just barely die and then get countered down. Gonna be a Night Slash. Should survive another counter. Gets to another Power Whip. That's really big. This will allow Flashio to get switch advantage here or get shield advantage. So again, Cradily coming in clutch in these situations just by generating energy and being so spammy with its charge moves. Now, the opponent comes in with Marowak, but their Marowak is a Hex Marowak, and this Froslass has some energy from before. This is only a Bone Club, maybe a Shadow Bone, shielding just to be safe. Would survive the Bone Club though, so it's unfortunate that that ended up being the move that was shielded, and still has to worry about the Galvantula in the back, and the Galvantula, no, the Galvantula threw that discharge, so it's probably got like 1 Volt Switch worth of energy, gets the opponent's last shield, is gonna go for the Shadow Ball. Didn't work out. Probably should have swapped out at this point to try and catch his energy on Skarmory. Froslass just barely survives and gets off a charge move. Oh no. Oh wow. I don't know why he undercharged that, honestly, because Skarmory does not want to see the Galvantula's Volt Switches, because the electric damage would have been super effective on Skarmory. Sorry, I was trying to collect my thoughts there. A lot of stuff was going on in the situation. Definitely was lucky that the undercharge took out the Galvantula. Definitely should not have undercharged there. You wanted to get rid of that thing because Galvantula would have put in work against Skarmory if left alive. Gets all the way to the Brave Bird. Brave Bird's the Alolan Marowak. Froslass clutches with 1 HP to get off that charge move. That really ended up sealing this win. So how many matches do we have in this set? Because that was, what, 4? He's got 3 wins so far and 1 loss. So we got 4 matches altogether in this set of battles. And Flashio, I do really appreciate you submitting them to me. They were a great set. It's unfortunate that we missed out on the first battle that wasn't recorded, but we definitely got a great look at Cradily in some Holiday Cup Go Battle League action, because he ended up pulling off a 4-1 set. You can see it right there. We just missed the first match, which was a win. But other than that, again, guys, let me know what Spice you're running, and let me know if Cradily impresses you, because honestly, with a week left, if I want to continue testing out Spice, I am trying to still make my push to Legend, so it's kind of tough to try and balance, you know, what's a good go-to team, and then also what Spice I want to mess around with, because then I sacrificed Elo, like I did for that Regice. But yeah, tell me about Holiday Cup, guys. Other than that, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, it really does help support the channel, and it helps me continue to put out this kind of Spice content, or put out my go-to teams to help you guys have success in some Go Battle League action. So on that note, I'll see you guys in the next video, and good luck with the rest of your Holiday Cup battles.